Good morning, everyone. First of all, I, Tushar Aggarwal, welcomes you to the new class, class 11. I am your Informatics Practices teacher. So, let me first introduce, before starting with the units and syllabus, let me first introduce you with the subject. What do you mean by informatics? Friends, students usually we consider is at a subject of computers. Yes, this is of computer field, but this provides a different method of looking at the computer field. Now, previously, might be you have studied about MS Word, MS Office, MS Excel, HTML, web development, etc. Now, informatic practices will provide you a different look or different view of the computer field. Now, friends, first question arises the very first question arises in my mind, what are we going to do now in this subject? What we are going to do now in this subject? we are doing we are doing programming. Now हम लोग सुनते आते हैं programmers, programmers, programmers. Now you can be a small or a big programmer after studying this subject for 2 years, that is 11th and 12th. Friends, most of you people are opting for digital courses after your 12th. For if I will take about science, they are going for non-medical subjects, computer science, engineering. In every field, whatever you take on engineering, this digital platform will be there. So you must be known to some programming part which you can perform. There are various options in programming available: Java, Python, Objective C, Go, C++, Ruby, C, Java.com, or PHP, Swift, HTML5. Friends, now CBSE has introduced us with a new language called Python, which is very effective nowadays, and the graph of the Python raises as compared to Java very frequently and in a very recent period. Now, what other than programming we are going to do? We are going to study a database management system. Friends, we always wonder that in whenever we go to our ATM, we insert the ATM, our money is deducted, we got a message. So how the bank updated that this much of amount is deducted or this much of transaction is done? Friends, a database management system provides you with the facility. Now here we are going to study MySQL, MySQL as a database management system. Friends, both these, now programming and database management system, both these make an appropriate, when these are linked, they make an application. Now, yes, friends, you are playing game. Your scores are loaded. Whenever you want, you can access your scores. What is this? Now, a DBMS is linked to a programming language. Friends, this is I know ये आपको बड़ा अजीब लग रहा होगा पहली बार प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज DBMS के पढ़ने के बारे में, but I am 100% sure that when you will go practically and in class with this subject, you love this subject. Now, friends, let me show you what is the distribution of syllabus for class 11th this time. Okay, now it is first the introduction to the computer system. Introduction to the computer system includes what it includes like input devices, output devices, the basic of computer which you have studied in previous classes. We will revise it first, and that will carry 5 marks in our final exams. Introduction to Python. Now, introduction to a programming language, that will be consisting of 25 marks. Data handling using NumPy, that will be carry of 15 marks. It is also a part of Python NumPy. Now, database concepts and structured query language, it is MySQL database management system. It will carry 20 marks, and the rest of the 5 marks are for emerging trends. Now, friends, our subject is practical based subject. So there is 30 marks practical with 70 marks theory. It means we have to perform 30 marks practical and 70 marks theory paper to go through the exam. And friends, it is a very scoring subject. If you will opt for this subject, it is a very good subject. At least you must know some technology which is going on in our schools, in our CBSE, in current trends. So friends, let me finish this video with this only, and I will continue with your unit 1, introduction to computer system now. Now friends, introduction to computer system. Friends, let me start with the unit 1, which is introduction to computer system or computer system overview. Now friends, as we usually study, a computer is an electronic device under the control of instructions, stored memory, some data, some input, some information is there. Because of different unit works as a single unit in computer, so this is known as central system. So now let us differentiate between data and information. Now let us differentiate between data and information. Friends, data and information are two things in computer technology. Now data means, data are the raw numbers or the findings which by themselves are of limited value. Means any raw facts and figures, like I have written A, that is data, and if I will write Aman, that is an information, that is a name. So information is data that is converted into meaningful and useful context. Friends, as you know, this is the technology modern era, everything we are going through digital world. Information now, see, we are studying online due to this lockdown, we are studying online now, so this subject makes something special for you. Now let me introduce you, let me make a big screen it for you. Okay, now the next thing is, what are the functionalities of a computer? Friends, basically what we used to do, we used to input something, it stores our it has memory, stores our data and instructions, then processes the data, generated the required output what we want to see, and control all of the steps. Now this is a diagram showing the basic computer organization. Input device, now there is a control unit. In microprocessor unit there is a control unit and arithmetic logical unit, which we call as ALU. ALU means arithmetic logical unit. The microprocessor unit is connected to your memory unit, which performs the function of to and fro, receives the instructions and gives the instructions. Now friends, these two things, microprocessor unit and memory units, makes your CPU, central processing unit, which we called CPU. Now this whole converts again your instructions in the form of output, which is required by a person or a user. Now what are input units, what are output units? A device through which data and programs are from the outside world enters the computer system. Means we can enter any information in our computer, that is input, and through which device we are inputting is called input device. For example, a keyboard, we can press the keys of the keyboard and the input is there. Scanner, we can scan a document. Now let me talk about output unit. Whatever the results are displayed are output. So what is the first output device I can say? Oh yes, you are right, that is the monitor, right? A device through which results stored in the computer are made available outside the computer. Now let us have a fast look at the input devices. Input devices are keyboard, mouse, scanner, OMR. Friends, OMR, optical mark recognition. It means your barcodes, and that are MICR, OCR and OMR are three things which are in working right now. So OMR is optical mark recognition. Might be you have seen some answer sheets with which you encircle for various options, and that can be scanned. That is OMR scheme. OCR, optical character recognition. Optical character recognition, that reads printed text and sends that to the computer. Now MICR, MICR is on the, I can say, on the bank checks to process. This is a square made of some black screen with some number. So a microphone that I am using to input my voice to you, webcam to input images or videos, tablets, trackballs, barcode reader, gamepad, joysticks. Now let me have some look on the output devices. A device that can receive data from computer or another device and create output from them is called output device. Example is monitor. Yes, monitor. I am writing anything and I am just looking at it, so it is monitor. It is displaying from the input the output generated. Speakers show us this, give us the voice. Whatever is inputted in our computer, they are as it is outputted to us through speakers. Now projector, whatever we will just project on the projector, it is outputted in the form of a projection on a surface or on a board or on the screen, wherever you want. Now both input and output devices are capable of receiving data from user or another device and also sending to other devices. That means a computer has a separate unit from them, which is known as input output device unit. Some examples of it are like USB drive, which can perform both functions. We can take data, we can take output from it. Facsimile of fax machine. Modems are for, it is a very common term, modems are for internet purpose. CD drives or DVD drives. Touch screen, we can touch it for output or touch it from input. Headsets, we can also listen, and we can also speak, and in the form of input we can produce it. Now let me talk about that microprocessor unit now, which we have seen in the diagram. Now control unit, it organizes the work to as a single unit. Means we are performing various functions. We are doing in MS Word, we are doing in Python, we are doing in database. So a lot of work is there which is provided to control unit, and it completes it as a single unit. Arithmetic logical unit is responsible for all the mathematical performances that calculations take place, such as addition, multiplication, subtraction, division. And logical means and, or, and not. Friends, and means both the conditions should be true, and or means either or, only one condition, and not means the negation, उसका उल्टा कर देते हैं हम लोग, राइट. सो मेमोरी की बात करते हैं. अब मेमोरी मीन्स जो आप बात करते हैं एसडी कार्ड्स हमने यूज कर दिया. नाउ मेमोरी इन कंप्यूटर, हार्ड डिस्क एंड RAM are utilized as memory, a collection of cells, each of which has a unique physical address. Now friends, what is a computer understands is only two things, two numbers, 1 and 0. Yes, 1 and 0, binary number. Bi means 2, binary means number. Now always memory used to store from the location 0. Whatever the values will be given, it will, the bit position will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it means if you are storing 8 digits, the index or the location will be 0 to 7. Now let us fast look at the memory units. Nibble, which is called 4 bits. Bit is the smallest unit. Friends, this can be asked several times from you. What is the smallest unit of storage? That is called bit. Single 1 or single 0. Nibble comprises of 4 bits. Byte or octet comprises of 8 bits. Kilobyte 10. Friends, remember this thing. Kilo means 1000, but in our technology, in computers, kilo means 1024. In computers, we will always have 2 is to power, because we have only two things, 1 and 0. So megabyte again 1024, and so on. Now RAM and ROM, random access memory and read-only memory. Random access memory is the memory that can be accessed and changed, because every time when we switch off our computer or laptops or machines, RAM get erased. And read-only memory is what we call hard drive. It is permanently saved. So ROM cannot be changed. That is, RAM is volatile and ROM is not volatile. Now let us have a look at the secondary storage devices. Magnetic tapes. Now next is hard disk. Hard disks have fixed head and movable heads. Now hard disks are of 4 types: parallel, PATA, SATA, SCSI, and SSD. Friends, you might have seen SATA command in your, when booting is going on, you might have seen this SATA. So these are SATA types, means serial transactions are there. Serial advanced technology attachment. Up to 12 TB sized STD is available in the market. This is the maximum size what we have. Now power consumption in computers. SMPS, switched mode power supply, that plays an important role, which controls the electricity coming or the charge coming to the computer through the device. So let us study this thing. Vital component of computer system is power. In SMPS, which is power supply unit, which converts the alternating current line from your home or office to the direct current needed by the personnel. Now their supplies are 3.3 volts, 5 volt, 12 volts. And friends, this is it from Tushar Aggarwal today. I hope you have understand it all, friends. Today is a digital world, so I again say that IP is of foremost importance for you. So study